Okay, start your presentation.
Good good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. Myself, Sri Nikita, with roll number 21011800607. My topic is about carbon footprint, energy consumption, and sustainability. In this presentation, you can see that what are the what is what is carbon footprint and what are the types of carbon footprint, what are the sources that generate carbon footprints and how they affect the climate change, and how to calculate carbon footprint, and how this is related to the energy consumption and sustainable energy practices. And finally, we will be coming to know the carbon footprint reduction strategies. Now let's dive into the topic. Introduction to carbon footprint. A carbon footprint refers to the total amount of greenhouse gases that emit into the atmosphere as a result of human activities. These are measured in tons of carbon dioxide equivalent. Generally, greenhouse gases are these greenhouse gases include carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide, and other fluorinated gases which trap heat in the Earth's atmosphere. These activities include everything from driving a car using electricity and every daily activities to manufacturing products and growing food. And next one, there are two types of carbon footprint. One is primary carbon footprint and secondary carbon footprint. First one include it is a direct carbon footprint. It involves emissions which are directly produced by activities by an individual or an organization, like that driving a car or gasoline powered car, heating your home with natural gas, or using a gas stove. These examples of primary carbon footprint include transportation, energy consumption, and industrial processes. Transportation, such as the emissions from driving a car, taking a flight, or using public transportation. For example, carbon dioxide is produced by burning gasoline in a car engine. Energy use Energy usage, energy consumption include the direct emissions from the heating or cooling or cooking of any home appliances that use electricity powered by fossil fuels. And the next one is secondary carbon footprint. This is an indirect carbon footprint, which refers to emissions that result from the production of goods and services that an individual or company or product consumes, but that are not directly controlled. These emissions occur during the supply chain processes, and examples of these carbon footprint include product manufacturing, supply chain, and transportation or energy production. And in this slide, we'll be able to know what are the sources of carbon footprint, like how from where these emissions or carbon dioxide emissions are produced. First one is the transportation, that is by emissions from the vehicles, airplanes, or ships which burning fossil fuels for travel. Next one is the energy consumption, the carbon released from the burning of fossil fuels for electricity, heating, and industrial activities. And the third one include agriculture, the methane emissions from livestock, and the nitrous oxide from fertilizer use. And fourth one is industrial activities such as the factories which extract the raw material, or the energy usage in factories which lead to the carbon emissions and cause greenhouse gas effects. The next one is buildings and infrastructure. Emissions from energy used in construction or operation and maintenance of buildings and infrastructures also cause carbon emissions. The next one is food production. Carbon emissions from food cultivation, like processing or packaging of the foods and transporting to one place to another, also the main cause of carbon footprint. And how carbon footprints affect climate change and how to measure them. The carbon emissions from human activities, they trap heat in the atmosphere, which lead to the greenhouse effects, and which cause global temperatures to rise. The next one is the higher temperatures contribute to more frequent and severe weather events like hurricanes, drought, floods, and wildfires. Increasing carbon dioxide is absorbed by oceans, which make them more acidic and harmful marine life. Warming leads to melting ice caps and glaciers, which contribute to higher sea levels and threaten coastal areas. These carbon footprints can be measured by carbon footprint calculators, emission factor tables, and GHG greenhouse gases protocols. And these are the general steps to calculate carbon footprint. First, we need to list all the activities that generate emissions. emissions, example like driving, flying, heating, and food consumption. The second step include measuring or estimating the quantities of each activity. That is how many miles you drive or how much electricity you use or how much waste you produce. And the third step include we need to use appropriate carbon factors for each activity. These carbon factors are the conversion factors that tell you how much carbon dioxide is emitted per unit activity. After all these, after we get the conversion factors, we need to add all the emissions from each category to get the total carbon footprint. And here you can see a graph. Uh, Here you can see a graph. This graph provides an analysis of household carbon dioxide equivalent per year, which equals to 66 tons carbon equivalent per year. It compares these emissions to similar households in terms of size and income, which highlight the performances in different categories. The categories involved here are travel, home, food, goods, and services. In the first, the overall performance is the overall performance of the household includes 66 tons of carbon equivalent per year. It performs 9% better than average compared to other similar households. The first one, travel include, it is the largest contributor to emissions in this household. An example, car fuel, car manufacturing, and the air travel include this category. 18 here, 18 this household emits less carbon dioxide in this category compared to similar households. And the second one include home. This includes electricity, natural gas, water, or the construction phase. And this this is 37% better than other household categories. And the next one include food, goods, and services, which are also compared with the other household categories. By reducing car fuel usage and air travel can further decrease emissions from the travel. Consumption of goods and services is higher than average, which could be improved to lower emissions. A shift towards sustainable consumption choices like new purchases like second-hand items or a reduced reliance on carbon-intensive services could improve this performance. And this is about the graph. Now let us see what is the role of energy consumption that play a major role a major role in carbon footprint. Here, energy consumption contributes to a carbon footprint that depends on the sources of energy being used. That is like renewable versus fossil fuels. The efficiency of the energy use and the amount of energy consumed. Renewable energy like such as solar, wind, and hydroelectric power generate electricity with zero direct emissions, and also lowering the carbon footprint compared to fossil fuel-based energy. So, energy consumption from fossil fuels is a major contributor to carbon emissions and also the carbon footprint. Vehicles that run on carbon fuels such as gasoline, diesel contribute significantly to carbon emissions. The amount of fuel consumed directly translates to the carbon emissions. And now let's see how can we reduce the carbon footprint. There are several many ways which we can reduce carbon footprints. Reducing your carbon footprint involves making changes in daily activities to lower greenhouse gas emissions. The main motto of this to reduce this carbon footprint is to reduce the greenhouse emissions totally. Here are very several categories which include which show us to reduce the carbon footprint. The first one is eating more, taking good diet and diet choices, reducing meat consumption such as which have a high carbon footprint, and also choosing seasonal foods to minimize transport emissions, and also eat more plant-based meals and reduce processing foods. Next one, using public transport, such as using public transport can also reduce the carbon emissions, or else we can switch to an electric or hybrid vehicle if possible. This can reduce the reforestation. And the third one is reduce, reuse, recycle. These are the triple R's can also play a major role in reducing carbon footprint. And next one is saving energy. By saving energy, also we can also reduce carbon emissions, and also by planting more trees and spreading awareness more and conducting many conferences how to reduce the carbon footprint, such as carbon, it is also called as carbon offsetting. By these ways, we can reduce carbon footprint. Monitoring your carbon footprint regularly, and we need to set some reduction goals. Next, engaging in carbon offset programs for unavoidable emissions. And next, we will be seeing the carbon offsetting and its role in sustainable energy practices. Carbon offsetting include reducing the carbon emissions from different categories such as industries, factories, or other transport or vehicles or anything. The sustainability, how the carbon footprint is related to sustainability, it means sustainability refers to meeting current needs without compromising the ability of future generations. It focuses on reducing the environmental impact, including greenhouse gas emissions that contribute to climate change, improving energy efficiency in buildings such as industries and transport systems can also include the carbon offsetting program. By utilizing carbon offsetting to neutralize unavoidable emissions, encouraging sustainable urban planning and green building practices to reduce the energy footprint of cities and homes, by implementing the sustainable supply chain management to reduce emissions in the production process. And by these steps, we can reduce the carbon emissions to lower levels. Thank you.
Okay.